Hi everyone, welcome back to Southwest Wisconsin Metal Detecting. This is Steve. Nice to see you again. Today we're going to hike back about a mile to a cellar hole that I had metal detected before. You may have saw one of my videos where I have found the GAR button, so I thought let's get back there and see what we can find around that cellar hole. We'll see you at the next good beep. Well, I was walking back to the cellar hole and I was swinging, found an interesting signal, so let's dig it up, see what it could be. Sounds kind of big. Oh, there's some iron. And that's what it is. All right, on to the next beep. Well, I was on my way, walking back to the cellar hole. Got a nice little, well, it was an iron grunt, but let me get you turned around here and see what it ended up being. Looks like got me a little axe head. I am not very knowledgeable on these. If anybody might know, looks like it had a hammerhead on the one end. What this is called, or can date that for me, I'd really appreciate it. All right, on to the next beep. Well, I made it back to the cellar hole. I'll get you turned around and show it to you. It's not much. There's a little bit of stacked stone. It's not very deep, but it's produced some neat stuff. So let's take a look. This right here is about the deepest part. It rises up over here. Got some stacked stones. So we just might turn this into if it's a repeatable signal, we'll dig it, see what we can find. On to the next beep. Well, I'm getting a tone here that got that grunt to it like iron, and it probably will be. But let's dig that up. It's giving me a little bit of high tone. You never know. Well, that's why the good signal. Just a little round piece of iron. I'll recheck the hole, but on to the next beep. This target was just screaming at me. Very repeatable. Really heavy iron, but I think it's maybe almost reminds me of the end of a PTO shaft. But on to the next beep. I found a patch here that had a whole bunch of iron signals. So I dug them all out, set them on the cellar wall here. I think we got a little bit of horse tack maybe. This beautiful square nail. Of course, I'm not sure what that is. That could be a little more modern. A washer. And possibly an old pot. It's got the rim there. There's a bunch of pieces of that in here. All right, on to the next beep. This target was a little scratchy, but didn't really sound like iron. And I think you can see that down there. Thought we'd pull this one out together. I have no idea. Oh, silver plated. Let me get a brush to this and we'll see. Be right back. Well, I'm finding this pretty interesting. It's got a rim all the way around, a little slot there. It does not have threads in it. I'd like to call it the back to a pocket watch. So that's what I'm going to call it. All right, on to the next beep. Now that's fun. That's just the way I popped that out of there. I mean, nice little horseshoe. Neat. Well, on to the next beep. Not too far from the horseshoe. I guess you'd call that some kind of buckle. Probably horse tack. Kind of like that. On to the next beep. The next relic ended up being a little piece of a handsaw. On to the next beep. It is horseshoe number 2. Still got some nails sticking out of it. Neat. Well, lots of targets here. On to the next beat. I'm definitely thinking I found where the horse barn was. Maybe part of a bit. Nice, on to the next beat. My next target, I believe to be probably part of the trim on the barn door, or maybe part of a hinge. It's a beautiful old relic. On to the next beat. I decided to take a walk down near the spring after lunch. It's just beautiful down here. So I started swinging around, and I came up with this beautiful lid, enamelware, at about 8 inches. Blue and white, you gotta love it. On to the next beep. I'm about 50 yards up from the spring. Had a big iron hit. I assume it was something to do with the water. Almost looked like a overgrown fire hose connection or something, but don't know. But I know I'm on to the next beep. My next target is a shotgun head stamp. Peter's HV high velocity 12 gauge. It looks to be around 1930s by a quick internet search. So, on to the next beep. This target was not very deep, but it gave a really good signal, and then when I popped it out, it looks like it's coin shaped. So, oh no, it's a head stamp. It's Winchester repeater 12 gauge. On to the next beep. Since it's a dig all show all kind of video, got a full shotgun shell, not very old I would assume. Sears 12 gauge extra range, high brass. On to the next beep. This is kind of neat. Found a live round. I believe, well, it's obviously a lead bullet. It's rim fire. I don't know, maybe that's 32 caliber. Any you gun guys out there, let me know. Neat, you don't find live ones too often.